Hey, this is Slick Whatever. Before I start this video, I want to say that I fucked up and I'm sorry. You'll know soon enough why. And yeah, I'll just let this video play on. Hey, this is Slick Whatever here, and this is part 5 of What If Deku was betrayed and experimented on. I was thinking to myself, fuck, I need to get another What If out because I completely forgot. So this one's coming out a bit late, but the challenge. So 100 subs by the 20th, and I'll make a video of myself singing, and you get to pick the song, and I'll upload it to YouTube. So yeah, let's get into this video. So we start off with, we ended off last time with Izuku versus Ida, and he beat Todoroki, broke half of his bones in his body, and he started walking up the stage to fight Ida. He got on top of the stage. Ida, he remembers, or he knows Izuku isn't a villain now because he proved to Ida what about him not being a villain, and it's gonna be the fight. And Ida, before he starts, he says, Izuku, I know you're not gonna be my friend, but please, at least accept my apology. And Izuku says, if you put up a good fight, then I will accept it. So they start fighting. Ida's doing okay. Izuku's obviously holding back. He's obviously holding back, and he's fighting, and when he's fighting Ida, he's using quite a few jutsus, and he realizes that Ida is purposely going as hard as he can because he's trying to get Izuku to forgive him, and Izuku realizes this, and the fight goes on for a bit, and then Izuku decides to knock Ida out of the ring, and by using wind style and blowing him out of the ring. Ida tries to use reciprocal burst, and he's getting pushed back. He's getting pushed back out of the ring. And Ida, he's just thinking in his head that he can't lose. He needs to prove to Izuku that he's sorry. So he increases the output of his engines, and they literally light on fire. They're starting to burn the skin on his legs, but he doesn't care. He's trying to get to Izuku, and once again Izuku notices this, and he's thinking to himself, maybe he's truly sorry, and then he just blows him out the ring with a powerful jutsu. So Ida's out the ring. He looks down, ashamed, and walks off. He's not ashamed because he lost. He's ashamed because he can, have Izuku accept his apology. And then as he's walking back, Izuku just appears in front of Ida and says, I know, I accept your apology. And Ida's like, but I didn't I didn't put up like a strong fight. I wasn't even able to touch you. And Izuku says, well, you proved to me that you were trying to. You were trying to. Yeah, you were trying to. And Ida has this, and he tears up a bit, and he says, thanks, Izuku. And Izuku says, like you said, I'm not gonna be your friend, but I accept your apology. And Ida says, I totally understand. Ochako's still gonna be a hoe though, so I just wanted to make Ida a nice person in this one. So Izuku's forgiven Ida. So the fight between, what's the next fight again? I think it's Bakugo versus Tokiyami. Bakugo absolutely bodies him, like in the original. Yeah. So, yeah. Then it's Bakugo versus Zuku, and Zuku, tells Bakugo that, that he should at least try put up a fight, because, if you, because he knows that Bakugo is like really wanting to fight and win the fight, but he knows he can't, so he doesn't want to go through the hassle, so he might as well just give up. And Izuku's telling him not to. And Bakugo, when he hears this, he just doesn't. He doesn't give up, so he goes in the fight, and it's the Midnight says Izuku Midori vs Katsuki Bakugo. Bakugo, he launches explosions at Izuku. Izuku is just like fighting Bakugo, and he's the same thing happens with Ida, like him not being able to him not being able to hit him once. And so the standings: Zuku first place, Katsuki Bakugo second. It's the same, except no Todoroki, and Zuku is in first and Bakugo's in second. So Tokiyami and Ida are in third. The next day with what's it called? Next day in the classrooms, Aizawa is talking about what are they called? They're called the internships. Yeah, I think it's the internships. Yeah, so they're getting internships, and Zuku has like the most, and he doesn't know who to pick, because he's got like 7,000, and All Might tries to tell him about about Gran Torino, and Zuku's not having it because he doesn't like All Might, but he decides to go anyway because, well, it was All Might's trainer or teacher. So the next couple days pass, and they go to their internships, and Zuku knocks on the door, opens it, and sees an old man in a pool of what looks like blood and his intestines, but it's not. It's ketchup and sausages, and Izuku notices that it's not blood, because like as soon as he walks in, he sees that it's ketchup and not blood, and he says, "Oh, he says, he just says, old man, why you in ketchup, or why you in a pool of ketchup?" And Gran Torino just gets up and says, "Oh, you noticed? Sorry, I slipped with my plate of sausages," and he slipped in his and landed on his plate of sausages and ketchup, and Izuku says, "Okay, are you gonna take this seriously?" And Gran Torino is confused by this, because he doesn't know how to respond to it, because like, how are you gonna take him seriously? Like, that's supposed to be his line. So Gran Torino just gets up and says, "So you noticed, huh? How about you like launch a one for all smash at me?" And Izuku says, that stupid old quirk," and Gran Torino just has like a shocked face, a shocked Pikachu face, and he looks at Izuku, and he's like, he says, "What do you mean, that stupid old quirk?" And Izuku says, "You heard me. It's like the weakest. It's like it's really weak, and it's stupid and weak." And Gran Torino, he says, but you have it. If it's weak, then why do you have it?" And Izuku says, "Who said I have it?" And Gran Torino just has another shocked Pikachu face. He looks at Izuku, and Izuku's just staring at him with a blank face. And he's taken his mask because he doesn't want to be rude. He's just staring at him with a blank face. His hair's black, and it's about Itachi length, maybe Madara length. And oh wait, no, it's white, isn't it? Fuck, it's white hair, and it's sort of Itachi length, and Izuku is just looking at Gran Torino, and Gran Torino is just looking at him, and they have like a 10-second staring contest, or they just stare at each other for 10 seconds straight, and then Gran Torino says, "Did you give it away?" And Izuku says, "No, All took it from me." And Gran Torino just has another shocked expression. He's just looking at Izuku again for another 10 seconds and says, "Why would he do that?" And Izuku's just saying, because he thought I was the UA trader. And Gran Torino takes a while to respond to this again with another shocked Pikachu face. I know, shocked Pikachu faces, too many, yep. And and Gran Torino says, "Then what the hell are you doing here then?" And Izuku says, I'm here for an internship." And Gran Torino says, "I realize that, but you don't have one for all. How, what's your quirk?" And Almost says, "No, not Almost." Izuku says, "I'm quirkless." And Gran Torino just says, how did you do all those things in the sports festival?" And Izuku says, "It's a secret." And Gran Torino is just really confused at this point, and says, "Well, what do you normally do to train?" And Izuku, he's got that Lee, not personality, but like training regiment. He just says, "Oh, like 5,000 push-ups, 5,000 sit-ups, 500 squats, 5,000 wall punches, and a run around Japan." And Gran Torino just looks at him and is like, "Are you serious?" And Izuku says, Yes. Why am I not serious? And Gran Torino looks at his face, sees that his facial expressions aren't changing, and he realizes he's telling the truth. And Gran Torino just says, "Shit, what are you doing here then?" And Izuku just says the exact same thing. He says, "I'm here for an internship." And no, Gran Torino just gets pissed. And he's like, yeah, Gran Torino just gets pissed and says, I get that, but if you're that strong already, then why are you even taking an internship? And Izuku says, because I was forced to. And Gran Torino just like gives up. He just walks. He just walks up to him and says, listen, you're strong enough as is. Go train with someone else, and I'll sign off your slip saying that you've trained with me these 7 weeks. And Izuku says, great, and he signed the slip, and Izuku just walks into the forest and does some mental and physical training, and also some training with his Sharingan, and the 7 weeks just pass, and Izuku has gotten a tiny bit stronger. He's learnt how to use some of his jutsu. I'm gonna fully give him wood style. I was hesitating on this, but he's also a reincarnation he's the reincarnation of Indra and Ashura. So he has the wood style from, I think it was Ashura, because of the Senjus, and Hashirama. So he uses wood style, and he uses wood style, and he's fully mastered it over that week, and let's say he's mastered some of the aspects of his Sharingan. Like he knows how to use. He knows how to fully use Amaterasu without it affecting him that much. So he after he uses it, it doesn't hurt his eye, but he knows how to fully use Amaterasu now. And Izuku made his own jutsu, and it's sort of a mix between the flying Raijin and a lightning style. It's a mix between flying Raijin and lightning style, and he calls it Thunder Flash. It's where he puts up the seals like Minato does, and he infuses it with a certain type of seal that could use lightning style. So whenever he teleports, it creates a lightning trail on wherever he goes. So if he sets them up around like a sphere, like Minato does, and just constantly teleports like he does as well, it creates a sort of thunder or lightning, sort of a lightning cage or sphere that they just constantly get hit by, because it's quite hard to explain, but if you know what I mean, he can create lightning trails that goes right through people, and it electrocutes them in their insides, and more than half the body, because it's made of 70% water. So it's quite effective, and it knocks them out for about a day, or a bit more than a day, so like about 2 or 3 days. So as Izuku is using his new technique and it uses new technique and creates well, he uses nope he create never mind, I'll skip ahead to the next week. So it's the it's the race against all the other students, and it some people are saying, or everyone else is saying, oh, I think Ida's gonna win, or I think Ida's gonna win, and they all think Ida's gonna win. Alright, it's the Stain arc. Whoops. So the Stain arc, Izuku notices that that there's some explosions going on. He body flickers over to the location of where Ida was. He doesn't know Ida was there, and right before he was about to get stabbed for the first time, so when he's about to start fighting him, Izuku just knocks him out with his new technique. He just knocks Stain out with his new technique, and Stain's just unconscious for 2 days, and he just ties him up, teleports him to the police station, and then just body flickers to the police station with Stain, and just body flickers away back to Ida and says, "Are you alright?" And Ida says, "Yeah, thanks." And Izuku, well, now it's the race, and everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, I think Ida's gonna win because he hasn't got this injury." And then all the people who believed Izuku are like, "I think Izuku's gonna win," and that includes, that includes a couple of people like Shoji and that includes Shoji and maybe another person who is regretful of what they've done. Well, everyone else is, but they're more regretful. So they just say, "Oh yeah, Izuku's definitely gonna win," and some of the people get it, but others are like, "What do you think he's gonna win? He's got an elemental type quirk," and they're just like, "Oh, you'll see." And right when the it says start, Izuku just sits down, and Zero is in first place, and "Look, see, I see," or "See, I said," or some people are like, "See, Zero's winning." People were thinking Ida's gonna win, "Oh, come on, Ida," and then they see the camera of Izuku just sitting down, and they're like, "He's not even taking this seriously." And then right before, 5 seconds before Zero's gonna touch All Might, Izuku just body flickers to All Might, touches him, and he wins. And everyone's like, "Where did he come from?" And the people who are looking at the Izuku camera, laughing at him and saying, "Look, he's gonna lose," and just see Izuku disappear. And right when he disappears, almost says Izuku Midoriya wins. I look at the other camera and see Izuku touching All Might, and not like that. I mean he's touching All Might's arm, not he's just touching All Might's arm, okay? Nothing sexual about it, okay? So he's touching All Might's arm, and All Might saying, "Okay, Izuku Midoriya wins." And everyone's like, "How do you get there? Did he slide on, or did he run here really, really fast?" And the people who are watching the Izuku cam, it's just say Ochako and Toru, because fuck them. They just say to the others that, that was it looked like he teleported, and they were just shocked. They were like, "He has a teleportation quirk," and they're really confused. So the day ends, and he walks out, and he sees Nejire running up behind him, and just hugs him and says, "Hey, how you been?" And "Hey, how you been?" And Izuku says, "Oh, well, we had a test for the after the race, or we had a test to see who could get All Might first, or touch All Might's arm first. Touch All Might first, or get to All Might first, yeah. And Nijiro's like, oh, how'd it go? And Izuku says, not any different. And Nijiro sighs and says, oh, yeah, I guess that's expected. And Izuku, he's just like, oh, okay, you want to hang out? And Nijiro says, okay. So Izuku, he texts Inko, best mom Inko, so she's not gonna, she believed that Izuku was innocent and, like, tried to get him out of jail with, Bakugo and the other three. The other three. And so Izuku texts Inko saying, oh, yeah, I'll be out with a friend, and, Nijiro did the same. Texted her parents, saying, yeah, I'll be out with a friend, and they hang out. They go to go to a it's I was gonna say an amusement park, but it's already, like, quite late with when school ends, it's quite late, so they go hang out in a park, and then they go to a restaurant. They buy some food, eat it, then take away the leftovers, and they walk. Izuku walks Nijiro back to her house, and says, thanks for today. And Nijiro is like, oh yeah, anytime. Nijiro is sort of blushing a bit, and Izuku sees this, and he kind of blushes, he blushes under his mask, but she can't see this. And Izuku says, I'll see you tomorrow at school. And Nijiro just says, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And so the day ends, they go to school. The days are relatively similar up to the what's next? I think it's training camp park. Up to the training camp park, yeah. So up to the training camp park, everything's similar. Nijiro and Izuku hang out a couple of times, and at the training camp park, Izuku was going to Nijiro was going to confess Izuku's feelings before the trip, but she couldn't, so she decided that after the trip she was going to do it, and, like, no matter what, even if she was nervous and not wanting to do it. So they go on the bus, and they get off, and of course Meda's wanting to pee, and the Wild Wild Pussycats, Mandalay and Pixie Bob, come out and say, meow or whatever, and Mandalay is explaining about, or it's either Mandalay or Pixie Bob, I don't know. Mandalay, I'll just say Mandalay, explains that they can use their quirks all they want, and it's that they need to be at the end of the at the training camp cabins by the end, or by 12, or they won't get any lunch. And Izuku knows what's going to happen. He grabs Sue, Kirishima, and who was the other one? It was Momo. He grabs Sue, Kirishima, and he grabs Sue and Momo, and Bakugo grabs Kirishima, and Bakugo just explodes so that he doesn't get thrown off the cliff, and they land safely, and Izuku just body flickers down, and they get put down. Well, yeah, they get put down on the ground, and they just stand, and Izuku says, "Mind your head," and they're like, "What?" And all the other students start falling from the sky and landing. They all dodge it, dodge them, and they all say, "Hey, you could have warned us." And Izuku says, Izuku says, if you don't know what how to sense when things are gonna happen, you're not gonna be a good hero. Let's just say that he tells Bakugo to grab Kirishima. Bakugo grabs Kirishima confused, and then they do the thing. So Bakugo just asks Izuku how he knew that was gonna happen, and Izuku he says, I have great sensing abilities, or I sensed that she was gonna pull something, that Pixie Bub was gonna pull something, and Bakugo, not wanting to press any further, just says, "Yeah, alright." Izuku just grabs Momo, body flickers to the camp, lets her go, just lets her go, and then body flickers back, does the same with Sue, then Kirishima, then Bakugo, and he was thinking of doing it to Ida, but then he remembered that they weren't friends. He just forgave him, and so they just wait there, and Mandalay, Pixie Bob, and Aizawa just show up, and like, how'd you guys get here? And Aizawa notices it's just those five. Pixie Bob says, "How did you get here before us?" And Aizawa notices it's specifically those five, and Aizawa knows, then he realizes that Izuku just got them here quite fast, and it was only them because they were the only ones who believed that he was innocent. And Aizawa just says, Aizawa doesn't say anything. Then the others come, and they're exhausted. They're exhausted, and they're like angry at Izuku, but they also know that they didn't leave him, and it's sort of it's their fault that Izuku died, and so, God, I feel a bit dizzy now. It's their fault that Izuku died, and they're not sure, or they know that he won't forgive them unless they do something like that they'll really know, or that they'll know that he really likes, something like that. And so training camp goes on, except Izuku's not doing that fucking useless training with the up down leg arm thingamajiggy that he was doing in canon. He's training his chakra natures and chakra control, and like, how many quotes does he have? And Aizawa says that's confidential. Even then Aizawa was saying, thinking, and said, we can't tell him that he's actually quirkless, and because Aizawa knows that he's quirkless because he told him, and he's tried to cancel his quirk a few times, but it's not worked. And so then the villains come, and they try to oh wait, no, not the fuck. I need to delete the stain arc part. Okay. So I put in the stain arc part, and I'm going to delete it after I finish this video, because I realized that he got betrayed at the Stain Arc, as well as the fucking... Fuckity fucking fuck. Well, you get what you're given, okay? No Stain Arc and no fucking Gran Torino shit. Well, yeah, I'll say Gran Torino, it was him fighting Stain for some fucking reason. So, yeah, deal with it. So, Izuku, he's training, and in the villains come, and Izuku is, he notices that something's off with this atmosphere, and, oh man, I really want to fucking leave this shit after what's happened. Okay, so, the villains come, and he knows something's wrong with the atmosphere. He uses his, you answer in the description below if you want Zuko to have the fucking Byakugan. Man, I'm pissed. If you want Zuko to have the Byakugan because he's the reincarnation of Indra and Ashura as well, and they're related to Hagoromo, is half Otsutsuki, and Otsutsuki's have the Byakugan. So he exits the he leaves the building, or not the building. He's in the forest doing the test of courage, and he notices that that there's something, and he notices something's wrong when he's in the test of courage, and the villains attack. He notices he knows about Koda and where his spot is, so he body flickers to Koda. He sees him about to be attacked by Muscular. Muscular looks at him and say, "Kid, move out the way, or I'll move out the way so I can get this brat if you don't want to die." And then he says, "Wait, no." He doesn't say, "Wait, you're on the list," because he looks like nothing like him. And he says, "Who are you? Who are you anyway?" And Zuko says, "Izuku Midoriya." And Muscular says, "You're on the list. I guess today's my lucky day." And he's charging up a punch. He's about to hit Izuku, and Izuku just catches it with one hand, or with one finger, with chakra imbued in it. And Muscular is shocked. He puts on his, he decides to go full power, and decides to try to punch Izuku again. This time, Izuku has to use a hand. Yeah, one hand, not one finger again, but he has to use his hand. But it's his, it's when he does this, Muscular feels like he's just punching a brick wall, and he's saying, an iron wall, and it hurts, and he's saying, "Ouch." Well, what the hell's your quirk? Something like that. And Muscular is getting quite angry, and right before he hits him again, Zuko just does a fire style, and says, "Fire style, great majestic flame destroyer," and he uses it on Muscular and burns him to a fucking crisp. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Pardon me. My brain's gone dead after what's fucking happened. I'm so angry at myself for that. So, he just grabs Koda, body flickers over to the, the camp, and they say Bakugo's been taken, something like that. And Zuko notices Bakugo getting pulled into the thingamajiggy. Yeah, that happens again. But this time, Zuko just body flickers to the portal and enters it, and he sees the League of Villains, and he just activates his fucking Sharingan and uses his fucking Susanoo and just slices the entire building in half. Takes Bakugo, because he's pissed since he's like one of his only friends. He's only got 4 friends now, and they took his best friend. He just grabs Bakugo and just slices the entire building in half, cutting through, like slicing Spinner in half. Nah, not Spinner in half. Spinner's at the training camp. Well, yeah, he slices Spinner in half. Slices Spinner in half, and everyone's shocked that he's created a fucking 120-meter, like, sort of spirit samurai, and they're like confused, shocked, and angry at the same time, since scared at the same time, because they just see this thing slice an entire building in half, and this is the inside of the building. So yeah, when he does this, he grabs Bakugo and just body flickers away. I am so angry. I'm going to leave this video here. I'm sorry, most of this video was wasted on the fucking, Stone Arc and shit like that. So, I'll see you all later. Fuck, that's pissed me off so much. Yeah, I'll see you all later. Hope you, sort of enjoyed this, because I am absolutely pissed at myself. I release another part to this tomorrow. Yep. As sorry to make up for it. I'll see you guys later.